Reactionary outrage theater. First off, let me start with, I make these videos for nobody but me. I've had another YouTube channel. It had no success. I've never been able to reach any critical mass. I probably peaked out on my other channel at 800 to 900 subscribers. Nobody likes what I'm doing. I get that. I will not go on Twitter and shitpost. I will not go on Facebook and relentlessly promote myself, or Instagram, or whatever bullshit you're doing to build your bullshit brand. I'm a human being. I am not a brand. I am a real live boy. I am 48 years old. I do not care if people listen to these fucking videos. I don't care. They're not going to. So for me to care about it would be very, very mentally ill of me. I will never grow this channel. That's why I post like I do. I could throw some shit into a fucking video editing software. I've done it. And make really fancy, cool videos. I don't like those videos. I find them insincere. I prefer a punk approach to making videos. And that sounds asshole. I know. Oh, you're in the system. You're changing it from the inside. No. I'm not trying to change anything. I'm trying to point out the inconsistencies on YouTube, particularly with MAGA and the left. There are grifters all over YouTube. They want your money, they e-beg you, and they pretend like they're on the left. These people are exploiting their working class audiences. I would rather them endorse products, even though their products are usually a conservative coffee company or some conservative shit, or they support Rumble or whatever bullshit. But I would rather them do that than actually going after their working class audiences with a transactional relationship and threats that if they like what they're doing, YouTube can censor me at any time, censor us. We need your support. We need your Patreon money. We need your clicks and subscriptions. And now buy this terrible coffee. And by the way, if you want to watch our live show and you want to comment, we'll read your comment online. Because it matters, because they think because the people that are listening to those podcasts are, a large group of them are invalids, or they are shut-ins. A lot of them are disabled, and a lot of them are elderly. And these fucking ghouls continue to take their money so they don't have to get real jobs. Hey, I'm going to pull an article from the New York Times, and I'm going to make a video about it, and I'm going to be outraged. And then I'm going to give a shitty opinion about it, and you're going to pay me for it. That is the height of grotesque transactional relationships with capitalism. All of these people are capitalists. They don't care about change. They don't care about organization. They don't care about community. They don't give a shit about any of it. They don't take their hundreds of thousands of followers and do fuck all with any of them other than wring them out for as much money as they can get. Like and subscribe. Don't forget our Patreon if you want to keep this going. And then they threaten you. These leftists, some of these people are supposedly socialists and communists. They'll say, you like our work. They've got 1 million subs. Like they've got 1 million subs and probably 20,000 fucking Patreon, giving them $5 a month. And they're making a fucking mint. And they still sit and they're fucking, because these little transactional fucking capitalists don't care about changing anything. The only change they want is out of your fucking pocket. And you keep giving it to them. You're as dumb as the conservatives who give money to the fossil fuel industry. I mean, the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro and Matt Wall, those untalented, bigoted fucks. That's the same group of idiots. You're not learning anything. You can't go read a fucking article. Go pay the money to go fucking on and read the New York Times online and form your own dumb shit opinions. And e-begging, if you're e-begging, you're fucking people. And again, no one's listening to this, so I'm just literally, you know what I'm doing? I'm standing on a rock yelling into the wind. I'm standing on a rock on the ocean and yelling into the wind. But I do it as a form of, like I said, form of therapy. But these fucking guys, these leftists, and they're all the same. And then they sell you merch made in China. They sell you merch made in the Philippines or Vietnam or Indonesia or Taiwan or wherever the fuck they get their fucking terrible shirts. Jimmy Dore is a racist, bigot, MAGA chud who now realizes that his grift has run its course on the left, so now he needs to go to the right and get the MAGA people. Jimmy Dore just had a video about some black person questioning Black Lives Matter, calling out black. In 2025, you're still talking about Black Lives Matter. I wonder why, white guy. who only has one or two black people on his show at any one time. I mean, I can count on one finger, maybe two fingers, maybe three fingers, about how many black people have been on Jimmy Dore's show. Jimmy Dore, and read his comment section. They prove me out. These are the people that are against a livable wage for people who work in fast food restaurants. These are people who are still bitching about COVID. They're still talking about a COVID vaccine because they listened to way too much Robert Kennedy Jr. And by the way, I was a RFK Jr. fan. I bought his book and I actually did the research on some of his book and found out that he was absolutely lying. He is an absolute lying sack of shit. And he's weird, and he's a rich kid from one of the worst families in America, full of sexual abusers and criminals. That's what the Kennedy family is. They're an oligarch. They're a family of oligarchs. And you think they're not because they're on the left. Because what, they sponsor the Special Olympics? Fuck off. Fuck off. And so all of these people, though Jimmy Dore is bad, but he's dumb. Jimmy Dore is not the brightest guy in the world. He's a fucking stand-up comic. His whole goal in life was to become an actor. He just couldn't, he wasn't good at it, and nobody wanted him. So he became this leftist grifter podcaster thing that he's just complete. And did he have some good points? Sure. But all those good points have now become MAGA. It reminds me of Jackson Hinkle and his MAGA communism bullshit. There's nothing MAGA hates worse than communism. But this little grifter, this little pretty boy grifter, gets trips to Russia and China and because he bashes the United States and he wants communism and he wants to work with MAGA. They don't want to work with you, Jackson. They think you're an asshole. They think you're a grifter who does all he does it for the clout. We all love the video of Jackson Hinkle. I don't do nothing but for the clout. That's what Jackson Hinkle is. He's a little scammer grifter. I don't like these leftists either from TYT. All of these Democratic operatives who are lawyers, who come out and do YouTube pages. They have millions of subscribers. They continue to build their brand through YouTube face, clickbait YouTube face, their mouth agape, their eyes wide open. And they all do the same shit. These are supposed to be serious people talking about politics. They're supposed to be talking about policy. And they're not. They're building their brand so they don't have to get a real job. And shame on you if you're an educated lawyer and you're on YouTube. Shame the fuck on you. Because you should be using your law degree if you really want to make things better. I bet being a lawyer would be pretty helpful. I bet being a lawyer actually in the system and helping people for free and doing pro bono work, I bet that would probably be a better way of the use of your time rather than walking around in some Democratic, Brian Tyler Cohen, Ben Midas. I'm missing a bunch of them. There's a bunch of these guys. They all are affiliated and a lot of these are young teenagers, 20-year-olds who have grown up in front of cameras and grown up in front of this technology and think that they have, I don't want to say the right because they think it's the right to do anything they want. They think that it's their purpose in life is to sit in front of videos and comment on them because they saw other idiots do it and build their content and build their brand because these people aren't human beings and they're brands because everything's a transactional relationship. And you have created parasocial, I'm not going to include myself because I never did this. I have never given anybody any money for anything online. That would be the biggest fucking cataclysmic, stupid-ass mistakes you could ever make is to buy anybody's merch, to buy anybody's zip drives, to be a Patreon member or join the membership on YouTube. All of that is horseshit for you giving your fucking opinion. And they're all doing what the shit they learned on television. They're all doing a form of crossfire or they're all doing a form of debate theater. They're all doing, or they're doing the classics. Let me sit here in my chair and you sit in your chair and we'll put our cameras on her and we'll look like newscasters. You're not newscasters. You're not journalists. You're nobody but some asshole who has no overhead giving his opinions and then e-begging and really telling people if they don't subscribe, if they don't give money, then this won't be around for very long. You're a piece of shit capitalist fucking asshole. And you're doing it to the working classes, which makes you that much fucking more terrible. Sponsoring Rumble because, YouTube is going to take us down, so let's go over to Rumble, which is financed and owned partially by Peter Thiel. But I don't have a problem with that. I don't like Elon Musk, but I have no problem going on Twitter all the time and shitposting. Look at me, I'm a shitposter. Look how clever I am. That's not... don't you have enough fucking money? How expensive is your apartment in New York? Like, how much is your overhead? Or they beg you to, hey, we're doing a special GoFundMe or whatever fucking dumb shit Christian organization now does online funding, whatever the fuck they do. Hey, we want to travel to Seattle and we want to travel to Washington. We want to travel and then they e-beg. They don't use their own money because they're already making a salary from their videos, from what they're doing. They want more of your money so they don't have to spend any of their money to do anything. That is a piece of shit. And then their interviews are always fucking terrible. They always, they put their iPhone on a stand thing and walk around and interview, let me interview MAGA. Hey, MAGA, let me get some outrage video. Oh, hey, let me talk to a liberal and get some outrage video. That's what you're doing. You're reactionary. You're not even becoming radicalized, because MAGA knew what radicalization was, but the left doesn't. The left just this is all boredom killing. How the fuck does Jimmy Dore have 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube? Is this all from COVID? How the fuck does TYT have 4 million subscribers? And my favorite thing about TYT, who's completely monetized the left, by the way, my favorite thing about TYT and the chyron at the bottom that says, buy all of your activist and protest gear at the TYT shop. They're all frauds. They're all phonies. They're all lying to you. They don't want real jobs. They want big houses and nice cars and pretty girls to fuck. That's what they want. They don't want to go to work for a living. They have no desire. As working class people, they should have known that they are class traders, because you're begging from people who don't have money. But they think they have to give you money because they live in a capitalist transactional society where everything is about money. So you can't even do your dumb fucking podcast for free. You can't even just say like, hey, I got a job and I come home how hard is it to do they always tell you on these dumb leftist podcasts, I don't watch the right. The right's a bunch of fucking bigot asshole cocksuckers that want to destroy the country, which I do too, because I hate imperialism. So I want the country to be taken apart because of empire. But the MAGA wants it for a whole other thing. But for DEI and woke and taking care of those welfare queens, that's what MAGA is, just dumb and emotionally immature, and have allowed all of their worst base instincts to, this is a country who allows gambling on apps. You know what gambling is? Gambling is a tax on the poor. It's like the lottery. It's the same thing. The lottery is a tax on the poor, period. But hey, don't listen to me. What the fuck would I know? But to summarize this, stop with stop. I don't even stop. Do whatever the fuck you want, because you're going to fucking do it anyway. But think about it. If you ever hear this, think about what the fuck you're doing. Think about what you're participating in. You're watching outrage videos from people who are e-begging you for more money. They're not interested in you. They don't care about making the society a better place. Not locally, not anything. And a lot of these assholes are elitists. A lot of these assholes grew up rich, or they're educated way past the point you will ever be educated. And they know this, so they use it against you. I mean, like I said, have you ever heard Katie Halper talk? She's a fucking elitist from New York. She grew up rich. She was never a working class kid. Most of these people on YouTube are highly educated. They had money before they ever got to YouTube, and now they're exploiting you for more of it. Matt Taibbi begging you for money on Substack? What the fuck do you get from Matt Taibbi other than a bunch of now right-wing political rhetoric that he loves MAGA, and he loves Elon Musk, and he loves the free speech that the right wing has brought him? Meanwhile, but then he'll complain about Barry Weiss and say, well, but he doesn't do that too much because he can't criticize Gaza, because he's a Zionist, essentially. He just doesn't say it because, Matt Taibbi has a real interesting history. Look up his time in Russia. Look up some of the controversies that he's gotten into. I wouldn't trust Matt Taibbi as far as I could throw his bald ass. So again, listen to these guys. Don't listen to them. You want to hear Walter Kern's old man living in Montana, white guy opinions about shit and his fascist leanings? Feel free, enjoy that shit. But you're a sucker, and you're stupid, and you're being treated like a fucking child, and you're being treated like an ATM. Thank you very much.